I wonder how you think about other form factors and what you've learned from nanotechnology in terms of where the market might be going and innovation. I know you're in vape, and vape is like one of those self-titrating, like you feel it right away. Is there innovation coming in that form factor or in others that is similar? Is something going to be as disruptive as nanotech has been to gummies and to other edibles?
I don't necessarily think so, but it's possible. I will tell you that the dosing mechanisms on vapes is starting to be really important for the medical markets, for example, in Europe. There is a movement towards being able to pre-package product and instead of having the pharmacy fill it. So that's actually finally starting to happen. And a lot of that has to do with the ability to dose a certain quantity in the vape products. But that's not new technology, right? That's been in California here. It's been in the US for what, 8 years or something, at least that I know of. I think Dosis was the first one that came out with that. So it's a good question. In California, for example, if you look at the history of products, you had hundreds of different types of cannabis products 7 or 8 years ago. You had it in potato chips and you had it in all kinds of, you had it in hot sauces and all kinds of stuff. You don't see much of that today. Consumers have really voted with their pocketbooks on what form factors they really like. I do think there are other form factors that consumers will begin to adopt a little bit outside, but in terms of these cool new technologies, I think it's really related to the cannabinoids themselves and the terpenes and how we blend all these products together with, by the way, other coactive ingredients that create a specific effect. So the one thing that really I think we're all driving towards, or a lot of us are driving towards, is functionality in these products. Like, what is the purpose? Why am I taking cannabis today? Am I taking it to relax? Am I taking it for pain? Am I taking it for sleep, anxiety, what have you? So I think that's where we're really driving towards in terms of innovation.
Ben, he's speaking your language.
No, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Before you talked about that, I was going to say the main place we can innovate, which I now agree with you, but beyond that was actually less on the delivery mechanism and more on access. And that's what we're experiencing right now in the US is innovative access to the plant and how that's creating huge consumer base. And Cameron, I know you've been working in the tourism or hospitality channels, and I would love to just hear what excites you about this, like how you're thinking about it as far as growing the opportunity for not only Kana, but the plant in general.
Yeah, I think this is a really important question. So because we believe that Kana is a wellness brand, and we're doing this because we believe wholeheartedly in the wellness value proposition of the plant, which is a blend of recreational and medical and envelops all types of consumers. We do believe that access is crucially important. And so as the world gets more chaotic, and post-COVID, it's been quite chaotic, and I don't see it getting any less chaotic, to be honest, with politics and all the stress that we have in our lives. What I'm seeing out in the general population is that people are much, much more interested every single day with finding vacations and places to go where they can relax and they can de-stress and they can pull off the layers of complexity that exist in all of our lives. And so these wellness resorts and wellness retreats are booming. And so what we've been trying to push towards is try to find resorts where we can, places to go where people can actually consume cannabis in a safe way, maybe for the first time, maybe not, but they can feel safe, they can be relaxed, and they can learn how to dose it properly for whatever the reason is that they want to consume it. And a year ago, we came across a hotel called the Beach Samui, which is in Thailand. And so we developed a partnership with them because they had the concept from the very beginning that they wanted to create a wellness resort that was really plant medicine based. And because Thailand had just completely descheduled the plant and didn't have all these rigorous regulations around it, the Beach Samui was able to create an environment with a dispensary right inside the lobby of the hotel. We could put for adults who wanted to consume it for sleep, we could put our sleep gummies on the bedside right next to where before they go to bed. You can sit in a bathtub out on the balcony looking over the beautiful Thailand ocean and smoke a joint and chill out if you want. You can get a massage and eat a gummy before you have your massage. So they really try to integrate cannabis wellness into the day-to-day experience of their visitors at the resort. And I think that's been a beautiful thing. And I believe that these kinds of resorts are going to be more and more popular as we go through time. And this is what consumers are seeking. And I think it's not just cannabis. You're going to see clinical environments in these resorts where they have full access to doctors for both cannabis as well as potentially psilocybin and other psychedelic treatments. People want to get healed, right? They want to feel better. They want to de-stress from all the anxiety in their lives. And these resorts are a great place to be able to offer this, as long as they do it in a wellness way, in a safe way, and which means that for some of the stuff, they'll need access to doctors. And we actually, through my partnership with our JV partner in Thailand, they have created a Kana clinic in Thailand with doctors on staff that can do remote consultations, because my partners had one of the first 5 medical license holders in 2018 in Thailand. Having these doctors on staff and be able to consult with the resort or other resorts is really a great thing. And I think that blend is very important. And we're going to see more and more of that around the world as the regulations begin to relax a little bit, as the stigma goes away. So I think I think all of us in the industry should be driving towards this, because it really helps the consumers gain access and also gain comfort with this amazing plant.
I'm so here for this. And we've been talking about having a high spirits retreat for a long time. Maybe we need to take our destination to Thailand.
Yeah. Do it at the Beach Samui Hotel for sure. I'll set you
our
up.
ambitions just got much higher.
Oh my gosh, sounds great. And tourism, it really has been an economic driver as states around the US have turned on. When Colorado was an early entrant into the adult use market, Colorado really raised their hand and talked about how there were lots of people coming to Colorado specifically to experience cannabis. And even more recently, Nevada has been very loud about how Las Vegas has been seeing like a decrease in tourism overall, and the cannabis industry there has talked about how that has affected their business significantly. So I think that it's a double-edged sword, is that when we build around tourism, it also can really hurt when the tourism shifts. But I'm so excited for it. I am all about the wellness retreat space myself. I am the consumer for that. So I can't wait to get to more confidently consume cannabis when I travel.
For sure.